Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hardcore Heroes. How's it going, guys?
Not bad. It's been a while.
Pretty good, yeah. It's been a long time.
Yeah, how long has it been? Like 3
3
weeks?
weeks.
Oh, God. We can't have this conversation a third time. As you can see, the overlays have changed a little bit. Our splash screen's that badass image of Malachi and Van and Bear and Wolf.
People are saying no sound.
Oh, they
People
gotta
are
be joking,
joking.
though.
Please
People are
tell me this is a joke.
People are trolling.
Yeah, it's a joke. I can hear it.
Good.
Okay.
All right, that's not
All
funny. That's not fucking funny. Actually, it's hilarious. For those of you on YouTube, we've had some production issues, and chat is giving us a hard time right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's going on? What has happened since the last time we saw you guys a few weeks ago?
For me, video games and schoolwork. This weekend is the fun weekend, though, because EVO is this weekend. And it was getting really exciting watching Capcom actually finally start to save Street Fighter V. And people were getting really optimistic. They had some forward momentum with free publicity for EVO. And they had a panel for it yesterday and just shit all over that forward momentum. They were like, yeah, we're releasing a stage and 3 skins for $25, and we're not going to fix anything until after the Pro Tour is over. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, Capcom has to be the most clueless company in existence. It's actually amazing. And then aside from that, I started playing Daggerfall about 2 days ago, and that's been so much better than Arena.
You're making your way through all the Elder Scrolls, right?
Yeah, one at a time.
Is Arena actually in the line, or is it a sub game off the side?
No, it was the original Elder Scrolls game. It's in the same universe. Like, it's got dungeons that are actually in the later games, which is pretty cool.
Sweet.
Will Van still be alive by the time you get to the end of Skyrim?
That's what I want to find out. I'm kind of hoping that we make it at least to an anniversary episode of Hardcore Heroes.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It'd be cool if we got to 1 year.
Someone
Yeah.
might get to the 1 year. I don't know if it'll be you guys. It'll
I'll
probably
be
be Jeeves, knowing how
Yeah.
this goes.
I mean, he just got a ton of money. I think he has more money than I do.
How much did you give him?
Like
How much?
100 gold?
Oh, okay. No, he doesn't. Never mind. He's not that rich.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
it was like 100 gold, and then Malachi demanded that half of it was from him. Speaking of Malachi, Nick, what's been going on?
So it's been 3 weeks. I haven't really been doing anything. Like, I've just been getting more furniture slowly in my flat. Been going to work. And playing Heroes of the Storm again. Kerrigan got buffed, so I don't know if anyone actually plays Heroes of the Storm, but got like 500 games on Kerrigan.
Nice.
She was shit for ages, and she just got buffed like loads, and she's probably OP now. But I've just been destroying people, so that's good. But yeah, no, pretty standard really. Just been excited to play again.
I haven't touched Heroes in a long time, but every now and then I feel its call. Heroes.
It's really fun. I never played Dota or LoL, so I don't know for certain that Heroes is better than them, but I really enjoy it. So
I think this is generally an unpopular opinion, but I think Heroes is better. I think that the game pacing is a lot more fun. It's probably, some people will argue that the skill is not quite the same. You know, it's not as demanding or challenging as Dota, but I think the gameplay is different enough that the skill sets are pretty different. You know, it's
Yeah, I
not
think
just
so.
about focusing on your own character. It's a lot more about teamwork and like making sure that you're working towards the greater good. So
Yeah.
I think Heroes is better.
the mechanical difficulty of Dota, I don't really respect it that much. I mean, I played StarCraft for like 4 years and got to Masters in that, and that's really mechanically difficult. How hard can Dota be really? If you're gonna play a MOBA, you know, you're not really too bothered about high mechanical difficulty.
I love that attitude. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to
No,
play a
it's-
game that's like really hard and difficult and you have to be really, really good to play it, you're playing the wrong game. You should be playing StarCraft.
Yeah, right. That's true.
It's the
Okay,
game of
that is
true skill.
Because Brood War players used to make fun of Dota players back when Dota was still the mod.
Yeah.
So it's, that's actually pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But no,
and the StarCraft players that switched to League of Legends, you know, just like kind of started at the top tier because they've got the like insane mechanics and map awareness that
Yeah.
you can't get anywhere else. So
Yeah, I prefer Dota, but I see why people like Heroes of the Storm more. I like all the quirky, weird stuff in Dota, and none of the other MOBAs have that. Like
Like what?
you can't run into tree lines and start devouring trees and start making paths through the map. It's
Yeah, that's quite cool. Yeah.
you just can't do weird stuff in that game. There's no secret shops. There's no. It's a really complicated game, but all the convoluted stuff makes it weird in a fun way for me.
I can't compare it. Like I said, I've never played Dota, but there's enough weird shit in Hearts that it keeps it interesting.
Yeah, like, can you turn people into sheep for 6 seconds in Heroes of the Storm? Because if not, I don't even want to hear about it.
Yeah, actually, a new hero's just got he's got AoE polymorph, and you cast on a hero, and then after 3 seconds, anyone within like a ring gets polymorphed as well, and it can like chain and keep going forever and ever.
Oh my god, that actually sounds really good.
Keep staying inside the circle.
I might have to try this game.
So,
have you played Overwatch?
No.
A little bit. I was bad at it. I used to play. I play Halo 3 loads, and I play Halo 5 on Xbox, but I never really played PC FPS, and I was really shit when I played Overwatch. So,
right.
Haven't touched it yet. Thoughts?
It's not a skill shooter. They cheat the hitboxes in your favor, so it's more about proper skill usage and things like that. Mm-hmm. It's pretty hard to be bad at the shooting aspect. But it's a fun game. I have fun with it. I get really salty playing it, but it's still a lot of fun.
I found it extremely difficult to shoot people.
Really?
I have to say, yeah, like because somebody comes up to you and then I don't know, it's just really hard to keep your mouse on them, like as they were running around.
I can see that if you're not used to using a mouse for aiming. I cannot aim on a console, just analog. I've never been able to aim with analog.
No, mouse is OP.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
Well, why don't we talk about some of the changes that are coming up this season in Hardcore Heroes? First and foremost, we are moving slightly away from the Player's Handbook rules. We did, 16 episodes, 14 episodes, with the base 2E rules, and, well, we all know that they're not nearly as much fun or as good as the modified rules. So we're going to bring in some of the modified rules. For starters, you can see the stats screen here now has AC going up instead of AC going down. And instead of THAC0, we have a 2-hit bonus. It's effectively the same system, but the math is like 10 times easier. Mm-hmm. It's just, do you roll higher than their AC? Yes? Good. It's no longer roll, now subtract their AC from your THAC0. Did you roll higher than that? Oh, and then also add in whatever bonuses you have for other things. Like, it was a bad system. This is why you don't do cocaine and make gaming systems.
But chat, if you do enjoy watching Neil struggle to deal with all these extra charts, you should definitely vehemently demand we change back to the old system.
Yes.
No, I think we're stuck here now. This is the better way to do it.
This is a better way.
I never did get my head around it properly.
It is much better.
THAC0's just dumb. So the other change that we're making right now is we're opening up the spell system to include the spells from the Spells of Magic and the Tome of Magic. That's a few extra spells for our wizards and clerics, but we are still keeping dead at 0 HP. We're still keeping no criticals, and everything else. So the only things we've changed are THAC0 AC and spells. Everything else is the same.
Yeah, if we're going to do criticals at any point in the future, we're going to change it to -10 is dead, right? Because I think that it doesn't work to do criticals with 0 is dead. It's too easy for somebody to just die outright in that case.
I'm not... it is easy. I don't know if it's too easy. But for now, we're going to keep it criticalless and dead at 0 for funsies. You'll also notice we have stats for Malachi's dogs, and their AC looks kind of insane, right? 18 AC. That's the same AC that Van Helsing has with his field plate. The reason is that dogs have pretty good AC to begin with, 14, mostly from dodging and weaving, and Malachi has spent a small fortune getting them chainmail barding. So the two images of dogs that you see below me right now, imagine them with chainmail barding on them. And if you have a hard time figuring out what that looks like, you should take a look at Google Images and Google Image for like police dog Kevlar barding, because they've got it, and it looks pretty sweet.
Police dog. Neil, can you change the overlay now, or is it awkward?
No. What do you need?
Can you make theirs breed Newfoundland and not Mastiff?
Everyone told me that he was a Mastiff.
Well,
they all said he was a Mastiff or a Tibetan Mastiff. He's a Newfie, huh?
Yep.
All right.
So yeah, we have 2 new players.
Yeah. Welcome to our 2 new players. So I'll get to work on changing that right now.
Sure. Yeah.
What have your characters been doing in the downtime?
So we talked about this last session. Van doesn't run a temple anymore, but he is staying with the church. Like he's living in a temple and helping out, and casting spells with them. I think any day, like he just kind of takes the standard, cure wounds, cure diseases, things like that. And anything he doesn't cast during the day, he just goes to like the poorer areas of town and just casts it on somebody on the street who looks like they're in need. Okay. Just kind of doing good work around the town, I think.
All right.
And at some point, he probably sailed up to Redport himself to pick up the field plate that finally got finished.
Did you go yourself, or did you? I think we had agreed that you were going to send Jeeves to do it.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, Jeeves.
Give him something to do.
Yeah. All right,
Don't want to have too much time off.
Yeah.
Newfoundland, right?
Yeah, I don't say it like that. I say Newfoundland, but I suppose it is Newfoundland.
Well, that won't actually fit, so he's just going to be a Newfie.
Yeah, all right, that's fine.
All right.
Get him roll 20, Sean.
I am in roll 20. Oh, wait, I didn't join. I'm on roll 20, but I didn't click join game.
What's Malachi been up to?
Well, definitely been seeking out Rohanna up first to see what she's been up to. Make sure that she didn't get in too much trouble after sort of lying for us in the abetting our escape. So I spent some time hanging out with her. Obviously impressed with her. I'm now more powerful than her. Maybe helped her out by giving her a few spells in exchange for some of her, frankly quite poor spells that she's got in her spellbook. So maybe I helped her out a little bit. And then I think I tried to hang out with Aldrich as well. In fact, maybe I organized some sort of meeting every fortnight with Aldrich and Rohanna to discuss what's been going on in the town and the surrounding areas. Maybe, we heard a little bit about what's going on in Misty Rapids and the surrounding area there. I think I've just been, living up in the mansion, my father's mansion, sort of enjoying the easy life again. But I think now that it's been, 5.5 weeks, starting to get itchy feet. And I've probably been hanging out with Van.
All right, what about spells? You picked up some spells from Rohanna and Aldrich, didn't you?
Yes. All right, so should we roll these?
Yeah, let's roll some spells here. What spells are you trying to learn? Put the name in roll 20 as you roll it.
Okay, so we'll start with Rohanna's spellbook here. So Neil showed me that spellbook and let me pick 3 from each. Mm-hmm. So we have a wizard lock. This is from Rohanna.
What is your chance to learn?
75. So
nice.
That's all I've got. Locate object. Yep.
Nice. You should probably be adding these to your list, huh?
Mending. Failed. Damn it, that was the only one that was really any good. Okay, and then from Aldrich's spellbook, I'm going to go for Fly, which is important if you want to be getting to the wizard airship. Oh, never mind. Do I get copies of these spells, Neil? Can I try and learn them again when I level up or not?
You can come back and talk to them again and try again.
Okay. Fuck, spell
as long as you guys are on good terms still.
So I failed the spell magic, failed Fly.
Oh, the good ones.
And passed
You
Scare.
fail everything.
Yep. Scare is level 2, I think.
Yep.
Neil, what happened with Lady Twin Tower's ugliness condition?
She is hideous.
Okay, so it's still not cured.
Oh, yeah.
At some point then, we can roleplay this out or we could do it sometime during the downtime. I think Van would be the bigger person and go and try and cure her.
With what?
I've got Cure Disease, Remove Curse. I've got a few others if neither of those work.
Okay. Is that something you want to have done in the downtime or something that you would like to roleplay out?
If you want to roleplay it out, I'm fine with that. It's fine either way.
Why don't we not? Let's say that you have gone through, talked to Lady Twin Towers, and found that your supposed healing spells have not worked. She is still as hideous as ever.
Okay, that's actually pretty... Oh. Okay. Well...
It's unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty different. That's actually pretty interesting that neither of those work. I'm kind of curious as to what's afflicting her now. You could try. Oh, I could try Dispel Magic at some point too. See if that one does it.
Sorry, say that again. Dispel magic.
Yeah,
failed it.
I can cast. No, I can cast Dispel Magic.
Oh right. I didn't even need that one then.
Yeah, Neil, I tried to spell magic at some point then.
That seems to have no effect.
All right. Then at some point, I will. Yeah, I'll just say I have no idea what's going on, and then just say that I'll do more research on it. And I guess I don't really want to actively pursue it. He's not that enthusiastic about helping her because she didn't seem like a particularly great person. But if any leads come my way, I think Van will probably follow him.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess I spoke to the blacksmith who made the dog barding for me.
Mm-hmm.
It probably took most of this time. So yeah, like does that take like 3 or 4 weeks?
Yes, the dog barding. Ooh, it might not even be finished now that we're talking about this.
Oh shit.
Because armor takes 2 weeks per point of AC. But this is smaller. It's tiny animal, so we'll say it's covering about half the size. So instead of AC plus 5, AC 2.5, 2, 4, 5 weeks.
It's only AC
That's
plus 4.
more
isn't
than
it?
the downtime.
Yeah, but it's still chainmail. It's 4 for them because of the weirdness of it. But 5 weeks. We've been gone for 5 weeks, and
Yeah.
there's multiple blacksmiths in town, so you could have done it.
Okay,
That's
so
fine.
I mean, maybe that's what's now that that's ready. Maybe I go and seek out Van, see what he's up to, and see if he wants to get back on the road. I've been speaking to Rohanna and Aldrich, and there's some interesting things afoot. So I think I'll go and seek out Van.
There's a few other things I'd like to talk to you guys about before we hop fully into game here.
Okay.
Malachi, your father, Jackart, has not really forgiven you for the events of the Siren. You guys haven't really been in touch very much, but you've seen him around, and you've heard throughout the town that he left a week ago to go to Whiteport. Just, normal business, but he's out of town right now, down at Whiteport.
Whiteport, where is that?
It is to the south,
Okay.
on the peninsula.
So, has he been staying in the house? Have I been staying in the house?
You've been staying in the house, he's been living on the boat.
Yeah, he gifted it to you, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I actually will not pursue him that much. I think I'm waiting for him to come and apologize to me. Given that this whole fucking mess was because I was trying to save his life in the first place.
You murdered his beloved.
Yeah. But she was also a dangerous monster.
Monster. I don't know about that. I guess she was dangerous, but she was only dangerous because you provoked her.
Anyway, we come back into the game. You find Van Helsing in the Half Pint in the main square of Shirebrook.
How does us telling them about Corny's death go over?
Oh, yeah. Maybe you do that,
They
Bob.
were sad. More sad than you would have expected. Father broke down crying. I shouldn't have disowned him.
God. We could tell them that he had a glorious death rather than
Yeah.
the reality of
Yeah.
it.
He died a hero, all that stuff. We avenged him. We avenged him by heroically slaughtering the island's native population and all that.
Yeah.
Don't tell them that he didn't manage to shoot a single thing with an arrow before he was killed.
He only died because he missed 2 easy shots and then got skewered.
Yeah. In hindsight, probably wasn't the best idea to bring him along.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Bijan.
Bijan.
Yeah.
So, you guys are hanging out in the Half Point.
Half pint.
Yes. While you're here, you spot, in addition to all the normal people that are in and around this area, a group of adventurers coming through here. It looks like there's 2 fighters, a wizard, and a cleric. And they are seated over in the back corner, talking amongst themselves. Which is a little bit unusual for this town. You don't often see a lot of adventuring types coming through here, at least not that stick around for a while.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's the way it is right now. The rest of the Half Pint is just as it was before. And take it away.
So I think maybe maybe we've been meeting Van like a couple of nights a week in this tavern. I say, well, Van, that armor I was getting made for the dogs is finally finished. Maybe we should think about getting back on the road. I'm starting to get cold feet, hanging around in town all this time.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It was always a pain in the ass running my own temple, but when I'm here not running it, I don't know, it just seems a little bit more empty than I was hoping. I could do with some more adventure in my life.
The things that I used to find exciting in town, studying the relics in the temples and in Rohan's shop, don't really seem to thrill me the way they used to. I think I've seen too much of the road.
I agree. We could always go murder or usurp Carrick.
Yeah, well, I've been hearing some things about him. Word on the street is that maybe he's not really that bad after all. Apparently, taxes have come down, public order is up.
Well, he did seem like a dick when I talked to him.
Yeah, I don't know. He seemed okay. I suppose he did overthrow the Baron.
Tried to murder a bunch of nobles. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ugliness with a different face.
Sure, yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, we could look into that. I've also been hearing that there's some problem with goblins on the road to the north, the east road.
Yeah, all the caravans coming by have been getting attacked.
They're the same ones that took Baroness Valmont's daughter. I think. Maybe we should go and investigate that. It seems goblins are an easy place to start, right? I'm pretty sure they can't survive a fireball.
That's true. I doubt they would pose much trouble. It's funny, there was a time where I would be scared shitless going into battle against a goblin, but nowadays they don't seem so bad.
Well, I think once you kill a chimera, or at least, don't get eaten for long enough for me to kill it, that things start to look less threatening.
That's true.
Hey, you seen these guys? I say, pointing to the two fighters and the wizard and the cleric.
Yeah.
It reminds me of us. Look at them, wet behind the ears.
What is up with that? Since when do adventuring parties come through Shirebrook?
I bet you they go and talk to the innkeeper. Just wait.
You guys sit around for a few minutes, and then one of the fighters gets up and goes over to the bartender and starts talking to him.
Van rolls his eyes and just goes, amateur.
The barkeep points to you. Fighter gives him a nod, slides him a coin, and starts walking over to the two of you guys.
Oh, shit.
Wait, before this happens, Neil, I need to tell you what spells we've got. I'm
Oh, yeah.
trying not meta game.
Yeah, thank you. Do tell me what spells you have memorized.
Oh, that's a great point. I'll just use most of the same spells that I had whenever we last played. Let me find that list.
Well, I'm going to say that I've got slightly different spells than I might have had when I was on the road.
Yeah, that's fair. You've been hanging around in town.
Is it 4 level 1, 2 level 2, and 1 level 3?
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm just going to slightly modify mine. Mine's actually pretty decently suited for town. I'm going to drop an Entangle for an extra Cure Light Wounds, though. Also, I'll drop the Snare for Cure Disease. All right, here, I'll message you my spells.
Oh, I've already got Mending, Neil.
Oh.
Shall I roll another one?
No, you failed whatever the other one would have been.
That's true. That is true. Wow.
There we go.
What else would I have taken?
I think this is good. This seems pretty reasonable for... I wouldn't have this in town. So I guess I'd probably just take that.
So that's level 1. Why is that beeping noise?
That's my phone. I'll move it away, or I'll just silence it, actually.
Finding Pokemon. Are they in your area?
I don't play Pokemon Go. I don't even want to know what it's about because I know people will try and get me sucked into it.
It'll happen.
No. If you never get involved, it can't grab you. There you go.
That's my take on World of Warcraft. Just don't try it, and you can't get addicted and play it all day, every day. Because I know I would have.
The problem is then I just play a different MMO and get addicted to that.
I just stayed away from all MMOs. I dabbled with EVE Online a little bit. And it was too good for me. I had to walk out. I could feel the hooks getting into me already.
All right, so I've got Detect Magic, 2 Magic Missiles, Sleep, ESP, Invisibility, and Slow.
Nice.
I have 4 Cure Light Wounds in Command, then 4 Cure Moderate Wounds in Hold Person, then Tree and Cure Disease.
Tree.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't think I'll ever get rid of Tree from my memorized spells list.
Got to keep Tree on hand.
Yeah.
All right, so this guy walks over. What does he look like, Neil?
He's got chainmail, a medium shield strapped to his back, long sword at his side, a short sword at his other side, a dagger next to his short sword. He's got a backpack sitting over next to the rest of his people, which you can see like some rope is sticking out of. Smells faintly of oil or pitch, something that you would use on a torch. He's got like a good 6-day beard going on, and he's got something stuck in his teeth.
Does he look strong?
Yeah, he looks stronger than your average person. He's got short cropped black hair, bushy eyebrows,
So I
well
guess
tanned.
Look up to him as he walks over. Wait for him to talk.
Elfriend, you're quite the walking armory.
Yeah, I guess I am. Kind of just comes with the territory, though. So, bartender tells me you guys know a man by the name of Venlin?
I kind of like gesture to, I like look at Malachi and say, which one was he again?
Yeah, Vanlin. Isn't that the guy from the very first episode who... Is that right, Neil?
Was he... can you who is Venlin? I've definitely heard the name before, but I can't quite remember. It's been a long
It's
time.
supposed to have been a wizard come through town a few months back. Apparently you guys were looking for him. Something about a curse or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he
the
made
one.
the potion.
He makes
I-
potions. He's a
he
potion
made
maker?
Why are you looking for this guy?
Oh, we got a job. We need to find him.
From who?
Real hush-hush sort of business, you know.
Right, I'd be happy to give you any information. Are you trying to capture him or kill him?
It's not really my place to say. He looks about and puts his hand in his purse and pulls out a gold coin and puts it on the table. Looks very pleased with himself.
You might need to try a little bit harder than that.
That's a gold coin. It's not bronze, it's brass.
I say, Venlin created a potion that it was requested by a couple who were in town, and they used it to poison one of the nobles. It cursed her with extreme ugliness, Lady Twin Tower. You might find more. It's possible that they've been trying to find out more about Venlin. We did mention their name to them, so you may find out more information if you speak to the Twin Towers.
Twin Towers, huh? All right. Any idea where this Venlin guy might be?
I think he came in by boat and headed off north into the woods, is what I heard. Maybe towards the
I heard
Blackpine Marsh.
I could be wrong though. I would definitely ask around in town a bit more.
All right.
Twin Towers are probably the best lead I can give you.
Thanks, guys. Oh, by the way, my name's Darf. Remember it. And he saunters back to his group.
Okay. I was going to cast the SP on him, but I won't. He didn't tell us who he's working for, right?
No.
What does that wizard look like?
He looks like a younger guy, mid-20s. He's got on, like, blue robes. He's got a brand new spellbook at his side that looks like it's never seen dirt.
Okay, so he looks sort of like fresh out of wizard college or whatever.
Yeah, all these guys have kind of a brightness to them. You know, they've never lost a friend sort of look to their eyes. They're
Right.
happy and eager.
Well, that was weird. Wonder why they're looking for this Venlin.
Somebody's probably paying them a good amount of money.
You know, I probably shouldn't, but wait here. I'm gonna walk over to them and say, Darth, just one thing.
Yeah, what's up?
This Venlin guy, right? If he makes potions, he's an extremely powerful wizard. Chances are he's gonna blow you and your friends ear to smithereens before you even get a chance to look at him.
I don't know, man. I'm a pretty good fighter. By the way, this guy here's a wizard. That guy there's a cleric. I think we're more than capable of taking care of one crazy, insane wizard man.
I cast Detect Magic and look at that group.
Immediately, the wizard gets to his feet and, like, grabs his quarterstaff and then, like, pauses as he realizes what spell you're casting and goes, "It's okay, guys. It's just a detect magic spell." And the people
So do
nod
they
back
have
and
any
forth.
magic items on them?
No, nothing.
You guys haven't even got a magic sword. You haven't got a magic staff.
No
magic
potions
ring,
either.
No potions. Yeah, how are you gonna? I'm warning you, honestly. I mean, I don't really care if you die that much, but consider this one for free.
Thanks, old man. Think we know what we're doing.
It's your funeral. We walk away. Yeah, it's weird how I hadn't thought about Lady Twin Tower the whole time we were on the road, and then we came back here, and you were telling me that you weren't able to. I was for sure thinking that you were going to be able to fix it by the time we got back here.
So was I. I cast 3 spells. I tried to cure disease, I tried to remove a curse, and I tried to dispel magic, and none of these methods worked. What do you think could have done it?
I mean, it's crazy, but maybe she was ugly to begin with, and it was some sort of spell that made that beautiful.
It could have also, it's possible she was physically changed by the potion. It's not a disease. She's simply in an altered state of being now. She'd have to be regenerated at that point.
I don't know. Didn't hit when we were looking for that Venland guy. It was a long time ago, but I don't remember being able to find a single thing about him. I just find it weird now that there's a group of
All this
fresh-faced people looking for him now.
Yeah, all this time later, it's been months.
You know, did you hear about Tyrus? He's apparently gone off into the Black Pine Marsh, looking for something out there. Isn't that where that Venland was going as well?
Is he back yet?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I heard he just took off without really saying anything to anyone.
He's the sheriff, isn't he?
Yeah, it's strange.
That could be a possible lead. If not the goblins, we could go in search of Tyrus.
You notice one of the town guards comes in, looks about, and starts making for the two of you.
Well, we're popular today.
When a guy comes up and goes, hey, fellas. How's it going?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Good. I got a message from the Baroness. Says she wants to speak to you. Something about dwarves?
Dwarves.
Something about dwarves.
I think we both just simultaneously facepalm at that one. Okay.
Oh God, what has she heard? Is she a friend of the dwarves? All right, well, we should probably... Oh, we'll be right there. Are you going back now? Should we come now?
Oh, I'm just a messenger. I got a message from another person who got a message from another person. You know.
Okay.
I'd go see her pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll head there at once.
Sure, I finished my drink. Well, these guys, we'll come back later. I want to see what these lot are up to. Let's go speak to the Baroness.
Okay.
As you guys get up, he takes Van's unfinished drink, finishes it, and sits down in Van's place, and hails for the bartender or one of the waitresses.
Fair enough. Yeah, so we just head over. I don't think we have anything to do on the way, so we just head to the keep, speak with the Baroness.
Yep, you head to the keep, you go up the big ramp in the middle of town, past the walls, invited into the keep proper, where you meet with Baroness, the Baroness, I should say. Not in the main meeting hall, but in one of the smaller chambers. It looks like it's not quite a parlor, it's not quite a war room, but it is some sort of meeting room. It's small. Baroness is there with her captain of the guard, and motions for you two to sit down when you enter.
Give her a bow. Baroness Almont, you requested to see us? I say sitting down.
Yes. Well, I'll be straight to the point. Know how you appreciate that. There's a small mining village, not even a village, more of a camp, to the south. They call it fondly Stonehill. It's founded by about 30 dwarves, some 3 years ago. Are you familiar with it?
I've heard there's some dwarves that live south of town, yeah.
Well, these ones are far south of town, beyond the rivers, right near the Shadow Mountains.
Ah. No. I've not heard of them.
Neither have I. What about these dwarves?
They've kept in contact from time to time. but no one has heard of them, from them, in many months now. And I fear the worst, that their camp has been destroyed and that they are all dead.
Why would you suspect that?
No one's heard from them in months. They keep regular contact.
Hmm.
Come back, get supplies, head back out. They don't have any food. Well, no fields. They're just a mining camp, so without ready, regular supplies, they cannot feed themselves. It's been many months.
And you are overly concerned with their well-being?
I wouldn't say overly concerned. They are my people.
Ah, okay. Well, they fall under your rule, I suppose. And
I see no reason why we couldn't investigate, Malachi. At least find out what happened.
I look around, trying to think of the best way to put it. Yeah, I can't think of any good reasons not to, I suppose. Sure, I mean, I'm getting fed up in town anyway. Maybe we could go and take a look. You know, Baroness Belmont, while we're here, I haven't seen Tyrus Bellows for a few days. I heard that he head north into the Black Pine Marsh. Is that right?
Tyrus does his own things from time to time. I do hope he returns quickly.
I was wondering if you knew anything about it.
Perhaps.
If it's something that you're not apt to speak of, that's fine. We were simply curious as to what happened.
Well,
Following leads is part of our occupation.
do you have a concern with Tyrus?
It's a dangerous place. The Black Pine Marsh.
Smiles. Tyrus is more than capable of handling himself wherever he goes.
You have a point there.
You're probably right. Well, we'll go and check out your dwarves, and maybe Tyrus will be back by then. Then maybe I can ask him myself.
Yes, where exactly is this? Stonehill?
She unfolds a map that's already sitting on the table and points to a hill south of the Shirebrook Forest, which I'm pinging on the map.
Yeah, so it's not that far.
Okay.
No, not terribly far. Maybe 10 miles?
Well, I can walk 10 miles to go and see some dwarves, I suppose.
Sure. We should at least wait until tomorrow to leave, though. I'm not exactly prepared for the road today.
I'm sure another day won't matter. Leave whenever you are ready. If there are any things that you need for your trip, please ask the servant waiting outside. He will accommodate you.
Okay.
Baroness, if I may be so bold, there is one thing that we would require, actually. Unfortunately, due to an unfortunate incident with a chimera, I'm down a horse. Now,
Untamed
I know it's
forests
not
are
the,
no places for horses. I would recommend you don't bring any.
Really?
The forests there are not managed. They are filled with thick underbrush, and it's very difficult going for
It might be for the
equine
best,
classes.
Malachi.
Then we'll go on foot. But I bear in mind what I said about the horse. I've got one horse left pulling my carriage, and my groomsman, my carriage driver, he's been eating a little bit too much. He's getting a little bit heavy, and I think the horse is getting tired.
Oh my god.
Maybe if we can find out about these dwarves, we can talk again.
Perhaps. Also,
All right.
as a note for you personally, it might be more economical to slim down your carriage driver than to buy a whole new horse.
I've grown attached to this one, though. He's an old man. He's set in his ways. I don't think I'm going to convince him to lose weight. And I wouldn't like to replace him, but this is concerns for lesser
An
lesser
ounce
men.
of prevention is worth a pound of cure, my dear Malachi.
Wise words, Baroness. So I shan't waste any more of your time with such petty matters. I'm sure you've got a lot of more important things to do.
She smiles
No.
and dismisses the two of you.
Well,
Van starts walking toward the door and says, "Well, you should get ready, Malachi. After about a month and a half of bookworming, I'm sure you could use the exercise."
yeah, I stretch. You're probably right. Yeah, I haven't done so much running about and climbing and fighting as we did. I haven't killed anything with my sling in weeks now.
Really?
Yeah.
Suppose it's been quite some time since I even drew my scimitar. I hope we're not rusty out on the field.
No, I hope so too. Well, I'm sure the dogs will remember how to fight,
Yeah.
if nothing else.
When we talk to the servant outside, Van just wants to ask for a few days worth of rations for traveling there and back.
Sure. How many days exactly?
I would go 4 days for each of us.
Come by the keep later and pick them up.
Okay. And then aside from that, I think Van's going to go around and get some information about the Shirebrook Forest and what you can find inside.
Sure. Why don't we take our first break here, and when we come back, we will delve into the exploration of what's in the Shirebrook Forest. You guys can get any things you need, and we'll set off. So, see you guys on the other side of our break. Bye-bye.